Hey guys, raw vlog time, writer's notebook, episode 2. No technical difficulties this time. No technical difficulty. Well, a little bit of the technical difficulty because I was totally going to try this as an Instagram story, but then I tried Instagram and it was really hard to deal with, so I still don't know. I still don't know how all that works. So, but let's talk about the writing, because that's really the purpose of these things. This is my vlog for my writing journey. So what was cool is between my last vlog and this one, I actually got an extra writing session in because my daughter was at a class and I said, hey, why don't I bring my bring my iPad and bring my keyboard and everything, and I'll just get in a writing session. And so I did. So that was great. So I got an extra writing session in. My technical difficulties from last time have been fixed. I went ahead and bought myself a basic little Bluetooth keyboard. I had one, couldn't find it. That's what Amazon's for. I just bought another one. Dude, they're cheap. They're like 20 bucks. But they're huge for me. So I'm still writing on the iPad, and I like that. It works for me. It's just a quick boot up. And so I was able to kind of get through all my technical fun that I had, or technology fun really, that I had last time. So where we are, we're still in the outlining phase. I have finished the 4-part outline that I mentioned previously, which is just kind of like the general, I'll say, arc of the plot. I have finished that. So that's good. That's big. But in writing that arc of the plot, like the high level arc of the plot, I realized 2 other outlines that I wanted to do. So I've created just an outline of the world of this is what the world is like in an outline. And then I'm also creating more of the story beats, chapter by chapter. So that's what I was working on today. Just lots of outlining. Also outlining the characters, starting to get into the characters and the nations and everything. So this is going to be kind of a fantasy setting, quasi-fantasy setting, basically not set in our world. So I'm playing with all of that. So, but it was a good writing session today. Today was a really great writing session. So I'm really feeling good about that. This week, now here's the vlog part. So this week for me was a lot of reflecting and a lot of just getting focused on what do I want to write? Let me write for me and for no other reason. And that's part of the reason why, if you've been following this YouTube channel, I usually was posting videos on Wednesday that were just sort of these lessons and these motivational speeches and stuff. And I decided my own passions aren't there. And I was kind of doing it because I felt like I had to. I felt like I had to keep up YouTube and all this stuff. And so I have decided that I'm just going to do the things that I'm passionate about and that I want to do for me. And so these vlogs, I want to keep making these vlogs because I think they'll keep me motivated to keep writing. Because a couple years ago, I tried to write this book, and a few mistakes I made. Number 1, I wasn't outlining enough. So that's why I've got all these outlines. And number 2, I lost the motivation, and I lost motivation for good reason. I was pregnant and I was tired, and then I had a baby to take care of. But I think having this vlog as an sort of an accountability thing is good. And so I don't mind sharing this on YouTube. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But I'm going to be more myself. I'm just going to be raw vlog time, so sorry, no makeup. This is just me living my life. I saw the movie Coco last night. And guys, it really affected me. I don't think this is huge spoilers because I'm pretty sure this movie's been out for several years now. But if you haven't seen Coco, you might want to just turn off this video. If you care about spoilers, I don't know, but because I'm about to get into Coco a little bit because I still need to process Coco. And I want this video to be about 5 to 10 minutes. So I watched the movie Coco last night. And guys, it really, as a person who's trying to get into my own creative endeavors, it really hit me. Because to me, one of the messages out of that movie was create your art because you want to. Create your art for your family, for yourself. That is why you are creating your art. Don't create it to get famous, because in the course of trying to get famous, some part of you needs to get sacrificed. Like, that was like the message I took from that movie. Like, maybe you took a different message, maybe whatever, but like the whole like De La Cruz, that whole thing with him and like betraying his friend and all this stuff is like because he was willing to sacrifice anything to get famous. And in this modern day of like likes and clicks and views, like, it's so easy to get sucked into that. And I was getting sucked into it. I was like, I'm not getting enough views. Why do people follow me and unfollow me on Twitter? You know, and I mean, I'm only in like the 40 range. Like, it's not like I have like thousands of views. And like every article I see is like, if you have less than 1,000, you're basically like a nothing. And yet I was still falling into this. And I realized it was because like I was kind of being like De La Cruz. Like, I was just like, I want to be big. Like, I want to be big. But I really want to be like Hector. Like, I want to write for me, and I want to create for the people in my life, the people one-on-one. I want to make an impact. And so like, that's really what Hector, he wrote that song for his daughter. He didn't write it to get famous. And yes, everybody connected with it because they could tell. And that's the thing, is like, people can tell. Humans can kind of tell when you're being genuine versus when you're doing something chasing popularity. And so yeah, that movie, it really hit me. So it just came at a time, it came to me at a time that it, like, I was primed for it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I was primed for it because I've been thinking a lot about that this week. You know, I am lucky that I have a good job right now. Like, I make good money. I have a good job. Like, I'm not a starving writer or a starving artist, you know. I don't need these side projects to be profitable to support me and so that I can eat, right? I'm going to be able to eat regardless. I could write a book and eat, or I could not write a book and eat, and it'll be fine. Like, I'm fine. And so why am I doing this? I'm doing it because I love it, because it's something that I want to do. It's something that's been in me for a long, long time, and that I finally want to bring out to the world. Like, I feel like these last couple of years for me especially have been a lot about bringing my true self to the world at large. And so that's what I'm trying to do with these YouTube videos. That's what I'm trying to do with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and even, you know, as I step into being more of a coach, taking on clients and so forth. I'm not quite doing that yet. I mean, yes, the site is called brightstarcoachonline.com and stuff, and like, I get that, but right now I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyways, there you go. That's raw vlog time. This is what you're gonna get. Raw vlogs. Here we go. So I loved that movie. I loved Coco. I fixed my tech problems. I had a good week as a writer, so I'm feeling really good. See you guys. Bye.